Gospel goodies.
Gospel goodies. Gospel goodies.
This is Gospel Goodies.
So a lot in general has changed since we left.
A lot has changed.
But you got married, you recorded your second album, and then I know you're in Louisiana now, but you went to Maryland for work, which is super awesome, working with Tim Bowman and all those great singers out there.
It was amazing.
So what was like happening in between that time, between the second album, or the first album and the second?
So between the first and the second album, I kind of stepped back from the industry altogether just to kind of regroup. When everything happened with the viral videos and everything like that, everything literally was moving at a fast pace. So I needed to step back and kind of grab the reins and see what direction I wanted to go in. Because coming in, I didn't know anything. I was unfamiliar with the music industry. I didn't know the different connects or anybody to who I should be connecting with. So it was basically people, God putting me in the right hands for the different people to actually lead me in the way that they thought I should have gone in. But I took a break just to kind of, grab hold to the reins and see what direction I wanted to go in and what God was leading me in. So I took some time to get with a couple of writers and, started getting very creative and trying to see what my penmanship as far as song was. Because before the first album, I wrote one song. This album, I wrote kind of like half the project. So I wanted to be very, very strategic on writing more and the people actually hearing my heart and my penmanship. So that time was just basically to get with me and God and for him to connect me with the right people in order to go that next route and where I thought I should have been. And then I met Tim Bowman Jr. I met Tim Bowman Jr. I moved to Maryland last July. I moved to Maryland last July, and I had the privilege and the opportunity to work alongside Tim Bowman Jr. at Spirit of Faith Christian Center. And I mean, the guy he's a genius. And I'm so honored that I had the privilege of working with him because he really pulled creativity. Like, I don't know if anybody has watched or if you have watched on the Sunday mornings. I mean, literally, we do the Grammys. Every Sunday morning we were doing the Grammys. I mean, on boats, riding on 18-wheelers, I mean, whatever. But we were being very creative, but we were strategic about giving the body of Christ an amazing online experience. Mm-hmm. Because during this time, everybody is online. Every service, everybody's doing an online service, but we wanted to be different. We wanted to, set ourselves apart from what everybody else was doing, the typical, normal, praise and worship service. And we wanted to give our audience an experience that they could, cherish forever. And I was super, super excited about working with them and just brainstorming every week on those different ideas. And I think that people really enjoy seeing everything that we did on those Sunday mornings.
Nice. So it kind of trickled over into the encounter, because I feel like the encounter was a crazy experience too.
It was a crazy experience. The encounter was my baby. It really was. It was my baby, and I say it was my baby because I literally had all hands in as far as the creativity, the direction, picking the songs, what artists I wanted to actually have featured on that album. And I'm super, super excited that my label, and was grateful that my label was able, to let me have full control of what I wanted the people to get from my album. So yeah, that was my baby. Yeah, it's my heart. And I hope that the people really was able to hear my heart, and really they were able to just relate to the music and relate to the songs that were presented on that particular album.
I have a question I want to ask. When you found what's the difference between artistry and a worship leader?
That's a really, really good one. Okay, so for me, I think being a worshiper is being transparent, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be transparent, and allowing people, really taking people on a journey. When I'm worshiping, literally, it's just me and God. It's like, I'm in my prayer closet, but people are actually coming with me on a journey of what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through at that particular time and what I need God to do for me. Worship is not just a hand movement, but it's your lifestyle.
Right.
You know, it's the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself in front of people, making sure that you look good from the inside, showing from the outside. Worship is just not, I think people try to put a certain definition on what worship is. I think the artistry part of it is being different, like what sets you apart. Like everybody has their own different style of worship. They have their own different style of worship because the artistry in them is different. Every worshiper is not going to worship the same. Every singer is not going to sing the same because their artistry and their style is different. I hope that answered your question.
Oh, it does. It does. Because
Okay.
God and his greatness has made us all so different to where the person who can't sing can still worship.
Right.
And that's what people fail to realize. Well, I'm not a singer. No, just worship.
Right.
You know, but I had to ask you that because I know you're a real worshiper. So I knew that was going to be we have a form of godliness, and we have those who worship.
Right.
So I've watched you worship. So I'm like, she's a worshiper. I want to ask the difference between, worship and your artistry. But, I thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. I just think it's, for me, I'm kind of different. Like I'll close my eyes and be just off in whatever, my own little world, my own little space. But I had to know that in every setting, I can't do that. I can't just close myself. I have to make myself available. I can't just close my eyes and just bow my head and just sing like that. But I have to look at the people, and I have to be relatable, and I have to make them feel what I'm feeling. But that's the artistry, and I had to learn that.
That's good.
So
that's real good.
Yeah.
And that is deep too, because I remember like even now just watching your videos, whether it be like on your live or the old YouTube videos, like when you sing and you close your eyes, like I still feel that too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's like so effortlessly, you still like literally feel the genuine worship. So that's
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then so speaking of that, earlier you mentioned how you talked about the creative process in the encounter. So I wanted to know, like, what was your encounter? What was that like aha moment for you when you said you discovered your sound and your voice versus how you felt before?
I think for me, like the difference between Keys to My Heart and the encounter, Keys to My Heart was more so, I won't say it wasn't worship, but it wasn't what people would per se sing in their church on Sunday morning. I wanted to, because I'm a worship leader, because I'm a worshiper, I wanted my music to translate and be able to sing in any arena or in any church. And I wanted to be very strategic about writing songs that were singable, that were relatable, that were able to reach somebody regardless of this. You know what I'm saying? So that was my heart. I wanted to be able to write songs to bridge the gap.
Got you.
Yeah.
Speaking of this,
that's good.
I feel like your new song, Have Your Way, is it's like just extremely timely right now with everything going on. So can you just like talk about what that song means to you?
Yeah, so Have Your Way, that song was written by my brother Dante Bo. He submitted the song to me. He texted me the song. He was like, I got a song I think would be good. I think you would really, really, really rock this. And so I listened to the song and I was like, man, because he had a girl who referenced the song. I'm like, man, she needs to be actually singing this song. But this joint is a vibe. So I kind of got with Jamel, who was the producer on the album, and we kind of tweaked the song a little bit and we changed a few things, little nuances to the song. But man, he wrote the song, I think he said he wrote the song 2 years ago. And he had me on his mind and thought that it would be perfect for me. And man, when I listened to the song, literally the night of the recording, that's the song we opened up and Have Your Way. And I mean, like I was jumping everywhere. I mean, my earbuds was falling out my ear because it was just like, yes, God, I want you to literally have your way in my life, every part of me, you know, every inch of me. I want you to do what you want to do and have your way so that you are glorified and people can see your glory. So yeah.
We believe God even in the midst of all of this. We're trying to, you know, we can't figure out God. And I believe, you know, those who have a real relationship with him have been turning from our ways, seeking. You already know, especially as a worship leader, we wish we could have that song that would help heal the land.
Yes.
We wish we had that song that would just take all this away. Like, you know what?
You know that's the song.
Is it already? Yeah. I'm listening. You got me stuck.
There's a man by the name of Reverend F.C. Barnes. He wrote a song called Rough Side of the Mountain. Well, his daughter, Deborah Barnes, sings a song. I think it's called Heal the Land.
Oh, wow. Heal the Land. I'm gonna look it up.
Heal the Land. And she's singing her face off on that song. It's an old song, but it's a good time. It's called Heal the Land.
So when you and your team went to the White House,
oh Jesus! I was on assignment. I was being obedient.
Listen, and we appreciate assignment. We appreciate assignment. The question is, honestly, when we hear from God and he gives us an assignment, the worst thing we can do is share that assignment. Because everybody wasn't given that assignment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So here you are on assignment. And I'm pretty sure you heard this, you heard that, you heard this.
Literally, like, baby, I had to block them comments. Like, I had to literally turn off the comments. And some people even unfollowed me. But it was like, hey, to each his own. But I knew my intentions on going. You know, it was the National Day of Prayer. And at the end of the day, it wasn't anything political or anything like that. It was literally us going sing for the National Day of Prayer. And so we went. And of course, we had a lot of people, we got flack from it. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people, we got criticism, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, the Bible says, go unto them and compel men. You gotta sometimes suffer. You know what I'm saying? Or put yourself on the back burner, or how you feel on the back burner to go and win a soul.
Right.
He said he would leave the 99 and go after that one. So no matter what he gets you to do, no matter if you don't like it, if it's an assignment, it's the reason why he has you going to do that. And so we had to position in our minds that no matter, because we knew people were going to say stuff. We knew we were going to have some that were going to be like, man, that's awesome. And we knew we were going to have some that were going to be like, no, y'all should have never did that. But at the end of the day, he still need God.
Right. And the fact that I looked at is that God, that said a lot about how God feels about you.
Right.
He trusted you enough to go complete that assignment. Like, that's what I looked at, like, wow, Bri, Word, God, you gonna use her like that? That's what's up. That means that that's such a heavier calling on you that
thank you.
we've yet to see.
Thank you.
There's so much more coming, and I'm excited for this ride. This is gonna be crazy.
Oh, me too. I receive it.
It. He wouldn't just send you there for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and your obedience is going to open up doors that, you know.
Man,
so let's get ready. Let's get ready.
I'm getting ready. I'm putting on my seatbelt. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
That's what's up. Let's get ready.
That's another song title too. But yeah, that's dope. Like you literally never know who needs to hear it, and just like who may need to see this interview. So for those watching, who maybe either are seeking God or do need an inspirational message, what's some words of encouragement you would share with them?
Man, I would just say, don't lose faith. You know, I'm remembered on Job and reminded about everything that Job went through. No matter what he was faced with, no matter what trial came his way, his posture never changed. So don't change your posture, don't waver because what's going on around you. Man, hold fast to God's unchanging hand. He said he would never leave you nor forsake you, but he will be with you all the way until the end. So if he promised and if he said it, he's going to make sure it comes into fruition. So don't change your posture. Continue to hold fast, continue to hold on to him. And man, I believe in that God is going to continue to bless you. I believe in that God is going to move for each and every one of you that is tuning in or listening on this particular call on today. Just hold on to God's unchanging hand, man. And I guarantee you, he won't fail you.